We welcome you into the final game of the 2020 Peachtree Corners Invitational. Joel Hillsman, Dave Dickerson, and Raheem Bridgeforth. Glad that you're with us from our SUV TV perch. It is Cardinal Newman out of South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, and the Norcross Blue Devils out of Norcross, Georgia. Norcross coming in at 21-2. They're riding a 6-game win streak under head coach Jesse McMillan. Cardinal Newman, they're coming in at 13-9. They had their three-game losing snapped a three-game losing streak with a win over Whitenall earlier this week, 71-59. And the head coach, Philip Dieter, who's in his 4th season. Raheem, expectations coming into this contest?
Well, if I just kind of go off of what's been happening, this pretty much this whole day, the out-of-state teams have came down here and got beaten up on, and I expect this game to be the same. You got a team in Norcross who hasn't lost an in-state game yet. And this team here that they're playing is a 13-9 ball club who have sort of struggled as of late, and I can see this maybe being a blowout.
You mentioned that Norcross has not lost to an in-state Georgia team. They are 17-0 against Georgia teams, 4-2 in their out-of-state slate, which this will be their final game. Dave, we know Norcross really loaded. We got to see them last week or earlier this week up in Springfield, Virginia. And I know you saw them earlier in the season. Have you seen some growth or development from Norcross?
I have. And this is a trademark for Jesse McMillan's teams, that they get better over the course of the season. And of course, the program has always been very well coached. I absolutely love the kid JT Thor. The other kid Yat is a monster as well. This is what we like to call a mob. And if they play the way that they're supposed to, they should have no problem seeing themselves very deep into state action here in Georgia.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Cardinal Newman Cardinals. That's a mouthful. It'll be number 0, Shane Monsanto, a junior, 6'3". Number 2, Thomas Tyler, a senior, 5'11". Number 3, Peyton Cooper, a senior, 6 feet. Number 12, L.J. White, a senior, 6'2". And number 13, Day and Zion Williamson. That is the class. That is the just a little bit. That is the association that they play in. That's the South Carolina Independent School Association. They are in Region 2 of Class 3A in South Carolina's SCISA out of Columbia, South Carolina. And interesting note, Coach Philip Dieter was a manager at the University of South Carolina for a while before he got into his coaching start here. Key player is Josh Beadle. I did not mention him in the starting lineup. He is out, injured in the last game, has been a varsity player since the 8th grade, has a couple mid-major offers, but we will not get to see him today, or J.R. Johnson, who has a torn ACL from football with a couple of looks from D1 and D2 schools. The Norcross student section is in front of us in the perch. They win the tip and are moving left to right, and now all of a sudden the lead official blows the whistle, and shot clock was too fast. It should be at 28 and not 25. We are playing with the 30-second shot clock. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you again. Set it, and there we go. The shot clock ran, the game clock did not. Harris comes across the timeline. He'll set it up to Kevon Eskridge. Eskridge, a senior who I don't know if Dave has an answer, can tell me why he's still uncommitted, because he is an absolute sniper from beyond the arc, shooting 43% this season from beyond the arc. Quincy Adam Akoya, catch, turn, fire, 14-footer, good.
Good start for Quincy, turn and shoot. If he gets going early, there may be some problems.
Adam Akoya going to Temple. A long three, good by Silas Christie. Well, Christie getting the start and gives them a 3-2 lead. A minute gone by. Thor puts it up with the left and scores. J.T. Thor, formerly out of Huntington Prep. 4-3 ball game. Thor had a big effort in Virginia in their victory over Rock Creek. L.J. White scores. He had 31 points in that victory over Rock Creek. in Springfield, Virginia, in the Kevin Durant MLK Showcase. Eskridge show the range. 3 is short. Rebound underneath. It's on the floor. They go diving for it, fight for it. Christie saves it. Good job of getting on the floor. Here they come with Thomas Tyler. Tyler will bring it into the full court, now set it up. He's worked on defensively by Harris. He's going to pull a deep 3. Back iron, no. Fight for the board, tipped out, and here comes JT Thor. To Taylor. Taylor down, lays it up. I'm going to say a traveling violation on Josh Taylor.
Yeah, he didn't know if he wanted to pass or shoot that one, so he took that extra step.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing because JT cleaned that thing up for him. If it had been clean, he got it cleaned up.
Yeah, indecision leads to the travel. Almost got away with it, though. Pop to the top, and they'll spin it to the left, and now here is Tyler. Tyler puts it on the floor. There's Christie open, elevator action, badly missed, cracked the glass. Rebound comes out now to Harris, up ahead to Taylor, who dunked it home. And Josh Taylor, his first field goal.
Cardinal Newman can't afford to be flat with the explosiveness of this Norcross team.
Yeah, from the jump, looks like Cardinal Newman is setting for a lot of jump shots. Like to see them set some screens and get to the basket.
L.J. White, a banking hours 3 off of the right wing.
Raheem, I don't know if that one counts, man. He didn't call that. Well, generally you don't get the banks from the corner.
He made a deposit into the savings account, I'll tell you that much. Oh, Quincy Akoya right back at you, showing the range with a 3 ball. Adam Akoya coming in at 18 points per game and has been very efficient since coming over to Norcross, formerly of Deculo a couple of years.
He's already in rhythm. First 2 shots that he's put up gone down. Good looks.
At the top, here's Cooper. Coming up on 4.5 to go in this first quarter. Cooper picked up the dribble and it was tipped. And there's a shot clock violation on Cardinal Newman. And Coach Dieter just looked at his players and reminded them of the clock.
Yeah, well, Coach Dieter, does not play in this environment in that conference. Of course, I'm very familiar with. Spent a few years running up and down in South Carolina to a lot of those games. Had a chance to see them actually a couple years ago.
Porter God is in that division.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which NBA player currently is from Porter God?
The guy that made his debut this week and set the social media and television and byline world on fire, Zion Williamson.
Not from Porter God.
Oh, no. I thought you were saying. I thought you were talking about in that
classification.
That
no, we know about Zion
Porter
Williamson.
guy.
You know him.
Question.
Chris Middleton.
Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right, and I wouldn't. I didn't make that association. I wouldn't have made that association.
That's how dominant Zion Williamson is.
Well, and 3 out of the 4 years they ran through the biggest division. He didn't get it his freshman year. I think the freshman year was the only year that he, by the way, averaged 28 points as a ninth grader.
Yeah. 12-8. 3:39 to go. So now Cardinal Newman and Coach Dieter must be careful. He goes to the bench. Carrington Wise, a 6'4" junior, now will check in off of the bench. Adam Akoya, the trigger, baseline out of bounds for the Norcross Blue Devils. In the Taylor. Taylor one dribble, lost it, goes back up and scores. Josh Taylor committed to Georgia. He has 4 points.
Yeah, Newman with a very small lineup on the floor right now.
Cooper on the attack. They don't have much height as it is.
Yep.
So, and the thing with Norcross, it's not even their height, it's their length that is the problem.
That athleticism is not bad either.
No. There's the length and the steal by Adam Akoya. Adam Akoya running. Jaden Harris pulled up. And Adam Akoya looks at him as to say, why'd you stop? Pass up ahead. Here's a 3-ball on the way by L.J. White. No good. Rebound by Eskridge. Eskridge pass is intercepted, though, by Christie. Back to the corner. Cooper, 3, in, and, he rolled in. Thomas Tyler, with a 3.
And that's what's keeping them in the game. They've hit 3 3-pointers so far this half, and that's keeping them in the game and keeping the game close.
14-11, and they're going to have to depend on that. There's Taylor, elbow jumper, good. It might be a big night for Josh Taylor shooting fish in a barrel from that left elbow.
Yeah, you like to see when your big guy can hit that mid-range jump shot from that point.
Yeah, it changes the whole game.
Spent some time at Columbia in Georgia and then a year at Greensboro Day before coming into Norcross.
Ooh.
Oh, Spinderella. Huh?
Ooh, that looked legal to me.
And then he absolutely finished that too. Big kid. Let's look at the replay here. That looked good.
1, 2. Oh, he took that third.
Yeah, he took the third. Well, can you blame him?
Yeah.
These kids are spending so much time watching watching our friend down at Houston with all of the steps, step back, side steps, double steps.
I just wish Adam
Double
Silver would enforce it.
Yeah.
And it would stop. They always talk about affecting the youth and the trickle down. Stop letting Harden get away with it, and it ends. I'm done. 18-11.
You know, and this is key, young players. You know what Harden is doing right now is unique to Harden. The same way that a couple of years ago that every NBA team and then consequently every kid in America is trying to great shot there.
Eskridge with the deep 3. Yes. Yeah. Again, we talked about his 3-point prowess earlier. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it's key that, you know, you have to have certain personnel to be able to do the things, for example, that Golden State was doing with the shooters. Yeah. Steph Curry with Klay Thompson, with, you know, everybody really being able, Draymond even being able to shoot that 3-ball.
Eskridge is a shooter of the 3-ball there.
Yeah. And so when you have that, and you have Harden, who's now just has a really quirky, different kind of game. James Harden does that. You're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him unique. And so I'm seeing a lot of kids in the gym working on those things. I'd much rather have you spend some time with me working on your fundamentals.
I'm with you on that. 1:25 to go, a 10-point advantage now for Norcross, their largest lead. Inbound now is to Cooper. Worked on by Eskridge.
You know what I like about Eskridge is he's a guy who worked on his body a lot over the years. He, you know, is a guy that's sort of out of shape if you think about it the last couple of years. But look at his body now; it looks really impressive. Looks like he's going to step right into college and really contribute.
5 on the shot clock. They're in trouble. Open 3, Tyler, good. So Thomas Tyler, another 3, and right now it is a fact that Cardinal Newman is living by the 3-ball. Cut it to 7. Final minute of this opening quarter. Eskridge pulls a deep 3. Hill of the rim, no. Taylor tipped, got the rebound now to Thor. Thor fakes it. And now the shot clock did not reset. 21-14. We'll get a quick reset. 39 and 6/10 seconds to go.
Looking for Norcross to do a little bit better job on blocking out and offensive boards. When that shot went up, 4 of their 5 players were clearly 35, 40 feet away from the basket.
Yeah.
Indeed. Now a substitution for Cardinal Newman. And Charlie Cooper, number 10, checks in.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Tyler so far for Cardinal Newman. He looks like he has a pretty impressive stroke from behind the arc.
Yeah, that last basket by him was extremely important because that kept them from being in a double digit.
Will Campbell and Cook Yak into the contest, and Will Campbell underused in my, well, not underused, let me not say that. Very valuable off of the Norcross bench because of his assist-making ability. The senior at 5'10". coming over from Meadow Creek. Had a state championship a couple of years ago. Played in the state championship last year in Meadow Creek's loss to McEachern. Final 18 seconds. Shot clock is off. Here's Cooper. Now to Tyler and now to Cooper. Peyton Cooper. Now on the attack, Yak is long, and Campbell almost got the steal, put it up to beat the horn, and that is the end of the first quarter. They hung tough, but Norcross has a 7-point advantage, 21-14. 1, 2, 3, 4 three balls knocked in for Cardinal Newman in that first quarter.
Tyler did a great job. Actually, kind of saved them from being in trouble. We might have been looking at a 20-point.
We begin the second quarter. Isaiah Williams now checks in, so it'll be Williams and Campbell at the guard spots for Norcross. I'll go with Taylor, Yak, and Thor. Now, those are the five that started for Norcross. In the white, they have a 7-point advantage. Charlie Cooper, Peyton Cooper, Shane Masanto, L.J. White, and Thomas Tyler, the five on the floor for Cardinal Newman, and they have a turnover. Here comes Campbell behind the back to Thor. Ooh, he got fouled. He's almost got to dunk that thing home on the break. He'll go to the free throw line.
That pass was impressive, though. You could look at it. He never looked back. He got it up on the break, never looked back, and threw it behind his back.
And this was out of a zone defense that Coach McMillan came out in. And if our viewers, you can see how big and long this group is in this zone formation. You think you're playing against Syracuse or somebody.
Exactly. They have so much length. And if they go zone, it's covered sideline to sideline. Thor misses the first free throw. He'll get one more. He misses them both, but Taylor gets the rebound. And it's a rebounding advantage for Norcross, who's coming in at 67.6 points per game offensively. Defensively allowing only 52.6. Taylor fading. Banking hours for Josh Taylor. He has 8.
Josh has it going, and that was one where he needed to call that too on the playgrounds. We wouldn't
get that shot out of here. Charlie Cooper thought he was open, and then the long arm of the law and JT Thor got the block. They cannot get it points though. Here comes Tyler back this way. Tyler running. A little shifty, crafty ball handling. A nifty move from Thomas Tyler for the lay.
Tyler showing us a little bit of everything in this game.
He just came to play. There's Williams, 3, stripped it into Isaiah Williams, a 3-ball. Pushes the lead to 10, tied for the largest lead, 26-16. Jordan Martin now is checked in, a 6'1 junior for Cardinal Newman. Charlie Cooper now to Peyton, to Thomas Tyler. In the corner, they have it now. The Christie.
Still in this 1-2-2 extended zone. Coach McMillan has Norcross in.
Shot clock violation by Cardinal Newman. That's their second shot clock violation.
Yeah, and this is a game where Norcross pretty much has the advantage when it comes to the shot clock because they've actually played with it a lot. You can tell Cardinal Newman has to kind of adjust to it.
And for those of you who say it doesn't matter, look at the pace on offense. That's how you can tell when you're used to it. You have to go, which is why people are pushing for the shot clock in the high school game. You have a play clock in football, your math quiz or time, Your offensive possessions need to be timed because it also rewards the defense for playing sound defense.
Exactly.
Shot clock at 8. Here's a drive. Up, Isaiah Williams good off the bench into the scorebook. He has 5 points.
Silky smooth jumper that he has there.
Oh, yeah.
Push the lead now to 12 at 28-16. Corner, Martin, 3, short. Board tipped by Yak.
Oh.
Eskridge bumps it up ahead, and Josh Taylor dunks it home with the right hand. He's in double figures with 10.
Take note, Joel Hillsman, about 5:45 left in this second period. We saw a change, and that may be the defining time period. This zone has caused a real issue for Cardinal Newman, making it difficult for them to get off shots. Great strategy by Coach McMillan to come out in this. He's forcing these guys to shoot the ball. So if Tyler doesn't shoot the ball well, they're in trouble.
But I like how length goes out and length comes right back in.
Right.
Thor and Adam Akoya now into the contest. Taylor and Yak sit. There's a drive and a foul on the attack. That's another thing now that if Cardinal Newman wants to play it to their advantage, if they have one, attack, and try and get fouls, and then get to the free throw line.
Yep.
11-point advantage with 4:59 to go. 30-19 Norcross, and at the free throw line, Silas Christie, and he's 6'4" junior. His first free throw attempts coming up.
And Cardinal Newman is going to just need a little more from, the other players. Right now, Tyler's doing some impressive work, but he can't do it by himself. But what I do like from him is that it doesn't look like this moment is too big for him.
No.
Looks like he's not shying away from it. He's really ready and he's stepping up his game.
Sebastian Moore now checks in.
Very comfortable.
30-20, and it's still just 10 points. It feels like it should be larger. It may be larger. Shot the passing lane and steal by Peyton Cooper. Cooper on the break. Cooper layup, and it's good. Peyton Cooper.
And that got blocked into the basket.
Yes, Adam Akoya got a piece of it. 30-28. Hard hat, lunch pail crew. Coach Dieter now hikes up his pants, and he's coaching him on the sideline. Adam Akoya is an air ball on a 3. Here comes Thomas Tyler. Tyler surveying, picked up by Campbell. Lets traffic weave through, pass over to Christie in the corner. Christie back to the basket, nothing there, now out to Peyton Cooper. Zone defense steal now from Norcross. Oh, they go man-to-man now. Baseline, short corner jumper, Tyler, it is short. Rebound to Adam Akoya. Tyler got in and got the foul.
I'm impressed with Cardinal Newman. They're scrappy though, man. They're not. They haven't been overwhelmed by this process. They continue to play. They're having some difficulties.
Yeah, they look severely overmatched right now, but it's not bothering them. They continue to play, getting some deflections, getting some turnovers, and staying in this game.
And now come out 2-2-1 defensively.
Couple subs. I see Jaden Harris just come in the game.
Floater from Eskridge is no good. Rebound to Tyler. Tyler now going to push it. Tyler coming in at 3 rebounds a game. Now rebounding and pulling another 3. Bang, bang, bang. All 3 of them. Thomas Tyler is feeling it. His 4th triple of the game. He's known as a shooter, averaging 12.5 points. He already has 14. Adam Akoya right back at you. Big boy move using the window. He has 7.
Yeah, Tyler looks like a marksman out here. He's hitting everything.
When I had my conversation with Coach Dieter, that's the first thing he said. He's a 3-point shooter.
Ooh.
And he's up the scoring average last season, coming in at 6.7 points per game. This year, 12.5, and that's because the three-point ball has been going. And you can see he's getting these three-point looks now, but just think when they have Josh Beadle and how open the floor is.
Yeah. He forced that last one and maybe a little bit out of his range. The air ball, shot that one at 40 feet.
Yeah, that's more of a heave check.
Adam Akoya pump fakes, puts it on the floor. Another drive. They knocked it out of his hands. It goes out of bounds. They'll have 18 remaining on the shot clock. 3:07 remaining in this second quarter. It's a 7-point Norcross advantage. Norcross in the white, Cardinal Newman in the gray. Inbound right to Thor, who scores. That's undefendable when they have the height advantage.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that.
Lead pushed out now to 9. Tyler had it knocked away by Jaden Harris. And now Josh Taylor comes to the scores table. Taylor has had a successful game with 10 points so far, and he's taken advantage of the height.
And then for the Cardinals, number 22, Jalen Hammond.
Offensively, Cardinal Newman at 60.8 points per game. Defensively, 58.9, so right there teetering.
Right.
And as we mentioned, 13-9 on the season. It's been an up and down season for them. Their longest winning streak of the season is 4 games when they defeated Augusta Christian, Hammond, Porter-Gaud, and Heathwood.
It's so much length down there. When you get past your defender, you're never open.
A steal.
Making them change their shots a lot.
Jalen Hammond is into the contest, but there goes Tyler shooting another 3. Rebound comes off to Taylor, and now a foul called. I've got another one. I'm not in trivia mode, but just you always see things. I mentioned Heathwood Hall. Now, this is a football one, but who's a famous running back from the state of South Carolina that was the head coach at Heathwood Hall for a couple of years?
Cardinals calls on number 34, Silence Christie.
I have no South Carolina.
Like Heisman?
Not that high. Would have been barring injury.
Okay. You're talking to the wrong. I can give you maybe a little South Carolina basketball.
I know, just messing with you. just showing some love for Heathwood Hall. That was Marcus Lattimore.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay.
Who was the head coach there at Heathwood Hall a couple of years. Made famous as a Burns Rebel running back. And then went on to South Carolina and Columbia since they're from Columbia. Just dropping a little knowledge, that's all.
Dropping a lot of knowledge. We didn't realize, our producer didn't realize we had another South Carolina expert here, Columbia, South Carolina expert on the mic.
I know. It's safe this time. Cooper goes in and scores. She's a South Carolina native. Here's a drive by Eskridge and scores. Kevon Eskridge, his 5th point. 36-27, but this scrappy Cardinal Newman bunch is not letting Norcross run away with it.
Yeah, it's like every time you feel like the score is going to be a 15, 20-point lead, they just come fighting back.
And now Coach Dieter steps out and calls a timeout. Coach Dieter, in his 4th year, is 79-31. I mentioned that they play in the SCISA. They are the defending Region 2 Class 3A champs, state champs in Class 3A. So winning is in the DNA. And so we take a look at Kevon Eskridge driving and scoring. And I'm not, Coach, I don't really get into a lot of the recruiting stuff like that publicly, but Kevon Eskridge is going to make someone a very, very happy coach because of his ability to shoot the basketball. He's been shooting it at that clip now for 4 years.
Yeah, and 40%, above 40%.
43 this season, yes.
In high school?
With a minimum of 6 attempts per game.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. It's almost unheard of. You don't have a lot of kids doing that, especially because they shoot from so far back nowadays. So everybody's usually in the 30s, but for him to be over 40%, that's crazy.
No, that's
he was 6 of 7 from deep last night in their victory over Lakeside DeKalb, a region game for them.
Yeah, I'm not sure if any college coaches are watching this, but you might want to reach out to this guy.
Has just been steady and cool, man. He played a solid freshman year at Columbia, came over to Norcross as a sophomore and has just, just think about what he's played with in his time here at Norcross.
Yeah.
It seems like he's been here 100 years. He's only been here 3. That's because he was shooting the lights out in DeKalb County for so long as a freshman.
Right.
Minute and a half remaining. Cardinal Newman coming out of that timeout. 80 seconds. Cooper to beat the shot clock and does all the prayers answered from above. Banking hours, Peyton Cooper.
I don't think Cooper realizes he made that shot.
Steal.
He was surprised.
Lead pass. Tyler catches, retreats to the corner and shoots the 3. It was blocked. He gets a recovery, goes up. It was blocked again from behind. That one blocked by Harris, the guard, but it's tipped away. They are scrappy. They're not quitting. And Martin comes up with it. To Tyler. Tyler to Cooper. Cooper back to Tyler. A 3 is on the way. Give me the hot sauce. Give me the hot sauce. Thomas Tyler, another 3.
Hey, I like this kid, man.
It's a 3-point ball game. Cardinal Newman. They don't have anybody on the roster over 6 feet, but they're in the ball game against this Mountain team. Up, foul call on Josh Taylor. Oh my.
We have a ball game.
We do.
Quickly. Have a basketball game, guys.
Yes, we do.
7-0 run currently right now since it was 36-26, and they were trailing by 14, 30-16.
But you know, like, just watching a lot of high school games, it's like these small teams are the hardest teams for these big teams like Norcross to play against, because they're so quick and they're pests on defense, and they're always swinging at the ball, creating turnovers.
And you're absolutely right. The difference is, too, is that we don't see this generally against a Norcross because these guys are just as athletic. The big guys are just as athletic as the smaller guys.
Yeah.
But this group is scrappy. I don't think that Norcross, understood. They'll know now to make some adjustments at halftime. But these kids aren't afraid.
Yeah.
They ain't scared.
Drive, Modesto, shot is blocked by Thor. Over now to Eskridge. Eskridge surveying. Eskridge in the corner. Adam Akoya. Good ball movement back to Harris with 8 seconds. Harris floats it up front iron. No, he got his own board. He's underneath. In to Taylor. Taylor goes up and is fouled. They're going to make Josh Taylor earn him from the free throw line. He just went 2 of 2.
And this is where the advantage is for Norcross in enforcing these fouls. And this will make a difference in the third and the fourth quarter if guys are in foul trouble. Just trying to compete underneath.
Now, Coach Dieter has played 10 in the game now, so he's gone deep into that bench. And when you look at that, he's getting maximum effort in quick spurts from those guys that he needs up and down that bench.
Right. Also in for the Cardinals, number 35. Well, it's not over.
Charlie.
It's not over at all, and so there's going to have to be some more strategy involved here.
Now,
make
Charlie.
Adjustments the second half.
Charlie Skehan comes in 6'2". That's girth. Taylor, free throw good. He's made 4 in a row. He's 4 of 4 at the line. A half-court heave, the way their night's been going, I thought that man went in. We are at the half. It is Norcross 40 and Cardinal Newman 33. Cardinal Newman technically they closed the half on a 17-10 output since they trailed 30-16. Halftime from the 2020 Peachtree Corners Invitational. As you take a look at our SUV TV instant replays.
With SUV TV at the CP3 Rising Stars Camp.
SUV TV's 2019 NBA Draft Day coverage.
Anthony Edwards Collegiate Decision presented by the Georgia Hoop Circle on SUV TV.
SUV TV brings the game to the audience.
You give a better focus on the actual game at hand. Sometimes you could tell it's just a running camera by itself sitting there. But with SUV TV, it's more of a personal experience.
Just the exposure, being able to see games that you normally wouldn't be able to see, not only here locally, but across the country.
Those angles make you pick up different things as a coach, as an evaluator. They're giving you great quality, nobody talking in the background. I think it brings basketball to the forefront.
Whether it's a family member that lives in a different state, they can watch the game, or just bringing in more coverage for these players, or if it just allows us to raise more money for something like Susan G. Komen. And so I think this event has grown because you guys have been a part of it the whole entire time.
SUV TV has given a different light to kids that don't always get the best exposure.
The commentary that goes along with the games, I think is always interesting.
Down. Oh, yes, sir.
It brings something to the table that no other streaming aspect can bring, no matter how hard they try right now.
Game time, Avian Williamson
at the buzzer.
That is how you get the Peachtree Corners Invitational started. And that will do it. Thanks for joining.
Joe Hilsman, Dave Dickerson, and Raheem Bridgeforth back here with you as we get ready for the second half. Norcross with a 40-33 lead. Taking a look at some quick numbers. Josh Taylor with 14 points to lead Norcross. But the story, I think, guys, in a 7-point game, Thomas Tyler, he has 18 points, 5 threes to lead Cardinal Newman, who has been, we talked about it, scrappy, feisty, but they are knocking in the tray balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 threes in the contest.
Yeah, and that's pretty impressive to have 8 threes in a half. And, you know, what I like about them the most is that, you know, they don't really have a lot of fast break points, but they have tons of points off of turnovers.
Right.
And, you know, you have to convert those points when you create those turnovers, and that's what continues to keep them in the game.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, ultimately what's going to have to happen is they're going to have somebody, you know, try to stay in front of Tyler.
Yeah.
Because single-handedly, we've seen that he can keep them in the game. So they got to put a maybe one of those bigger athletic bodies out on him. I'm not saying that you have to do a boxing one,
yeah.
but he can be a problem. He's very mobile, and actually his leadership, I think, has helped them play a little bit better.
So we get ready for the second half. Norcross had a 14-point lead, their largest lead at 30-16, and the half was closed 19. Check it. 17-10 to close the half. So now the Norcross student section will try and make some noise. Norcross in possession, moving right to left as you view it on our SUV TV lenses. In the white uniforms, Harris drives, puts it up on the lane, and rolls in good. Jaden Harris has 5 points now. And that pushes the lead to 9. L.J. White in possession of the basketball. Worked on by Adam Akoya. Man-to-man defense now for the Norcross Blue Devils. Here is Cooper. Cooper spins it to White. Now over to Charlie Cooper, who gets the start here in this third quarter. Working it around the horn, trying to find an open spot. Cooper rose like he wanted to shoot and did not. Shot clock down to 3 seconds. 2, Tyler forces, flips it up. No good. Rebound comes off to Harris. Harris pushing in transition. Harris running. Now down the lane. Shovels it off to Thor. Thor check his footing, but now spins it back. Open. 3. No from Adam Akoya. Taylor rebound. Up and in good. He's dominated on the glass. He has 16 points.
Yeah, it's just a case of them being a little bit too big. I will say that last possession by Newman, and Newman shooting here right off the rip, was they were very patient. They weren't overwhelmed by the clock. Pass and cut.
Eskridge missed the follow. Yeah, they were almost a little too patient because at the end they didn't get the shot that they necessarily wanted. Right. They did have to force it. 6:36 remaining, opening moments of this third quarter. Cooper comes and takes a seat, and now Charlie Scannon will come back in. He got just a little bit of burn at the end of the second quarter, and now he's into the contest, has some girth. We'll see what they do as he comes to set a screen. There's Tyler, a 3, hill of the rim, no. Thor gets the board. Norcross, an obvious rebounding advantage.
Yeah, what I like that Norcross has done this half, though, is they got out of that zone, went straight man-to-man, and now those shots that were open in the first half, they're not open anymore.
Right.
Thor scores underneath. He has 8 in the contest, the 6'10 senior. Here's Peyton Cooper inside. Silas scores. Silas Christie now with the layup.
Nice basket. Good steal.
It very much was. Cooper layup good. Peyton Cooper has 9. So Coach Dieter's team is not going to just ducktail and run.
Not going away at all.
Baseline drive by Thor. He scores. JT Thor. Again, the length. It seems like a broken record, folks, but it's not. Now, they have 2 quality, impressive wins, in my eyes, for Cardinal Newman. A victory over Keenan, South Carolina, and a victory over Cannon School. Or Cannon, North Carolina, excuse me. 2 good victories. They're 5-4 in out-of-state competition is Cardinal Newman.
Great ball movement by Newman.
But the clock low again. 3, no good. Hit the underside of the backboard, and Adam Akoya gets the board.
Yeah, Tyler could have gotten a little bit better shot than that.
They've got the green light. Tyler comes away with the steal. Tyler's got to go all the way. Ball fake. Tried to put it up, and a foul call by Adam Akoya. Good, smart move. Tried to get him off of his feet and did, and got the foul.
Newman, excellent offensive play after he got a steal.
Yeah, he's kind of struggling this half. He's missed on all of his attempts, but, you know, getting to the free throw line could be something that can get him back into that zone that he was in.
First team foul on Norcross, and it was on Adam Akoya, his first. Tyler's first trip to the free throw line now. That's trouble for an already good shooter. His first free throw is good. Cuts it now down to 10. Isaiah Williams in, Jaden Harris out. 4:58 remaining in this third quarter. Tyler's second free throw is good. So riding Tyler might not be a bad thing. Who else is going to step up and help? Cooper has 9, Peyton Cooper. LJ White has 5, and Silas Christie has 6. Little 2-2-1 again from the Cardinals. Newman Cardinals. Eskridge in the corner. Williams a 3. It's off. Thor, easy board. Back out to Eskridge. He fires away and strips it in.
Big shot from Eskridge.
Eskridge now has 8 points with a pair of triples in there. Get that shot out of here. Beat away by Josh Taylor, but then he loses it. It's stolen. Here's Tyler. Tyler going to go and attack on Adam Akoya. Tried to get the foul. No, he got his own board. He put it back up. It did not roll in. Rebound. Christie underneath. Fights and scores. Second chance opportunity, Silas Christie.
Great work by Cardinal Newman on the boards that time. 3 for $1.
51-41. They cut it to 10. Eskridge wanted to step into a 3. It wasn't there. Now here's Taylor. Taylor looks, tried to go in. He cross-court pass, open. Eskridge online. It's off. Board held and completed down by Christie. Cardinal Newman kind of reminding you of that fly at the picnic. LJ White shot blocked by Taylor. Underneath goes up. Christie, no, fighting again, and a foul call. So all of a sudden now, Silas Christie is becoming a problem down there. He's listed at 6'4", but he licks 6'1", standing next to Taylor and Thor.
He's rebounding the ball well.
Yeah, he's doing yeoman's work on that glass, and he's tired now. This is a couple times he's been on that glass 3-4 times in a row.
And the free throw is short to echo that point.
Yeah, and you know, in this last couple of possessions, Cardinal, they've just kind of attacked the rim. They're not letting the size bother them. They're just trying to get to the rim as much as possible.
He's 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He has one more coming. Substitutions for Coach Dieter. We saw him sub a lot there in that first quarter, getting maximum effort in short spurts from players.
Sticking around, Cardinal Newman sticking around right at 10 or 11 points. Trying not to let it get outside of that.
51-42. They trail by 14 at 1 point, 30-16. Campbell into the contest. Now to Thor, who steps back. It's a long 2. Foot was on the line for JT Thor, and now a timeout call after the make by Jesse McMillan. It is a 30-second Norcross timeout.
I really want to know what program JT Thor is going to choose, because if a big guy at that size that can shoot the ball that well, he's going to be an impact player at the next level.
Yeah, I don't know where are you recruiting him to, Joe?
He's very silent. It's very silent.
Yeah, I like his skill set. And the other thing is, we've been talking about what he can do on the offensive side of the floor. He changes shots, and runs the floor very well. From a defensive perspective, very good in transition.
I think he's going to be able to do multiple things. He's going to help a program and just continue to grow. He's still raw with basketball. Exclusive offer to SUV TV viewers. Purchase Atlanta Hawks tickets at atlhawksgroup.com/the SUV TV. 3:16 and counting now in this third quarter. Shot clock at 18. Christie on the attack. There's a three out of the corner by Cooper. No good. Rebound underneath. Put back up by Hammonds. No. Christie fights and is fouled again. So where's the hard hat and the lunch pail? Please go take it down to Silas Christie.
Yeah, he gets the hard lunch pail award today. There's no question.
And you know something interesting, we were talking about his fatigue factor, but Norcross called that timeout. That gave him a blow.
Yep.
Free throw is good. He's made 2 in a row now. 53-43. Still arm's length for Norcross, but Cardinal Newman not letting them pull away. Got the roll, living right. 53-44, 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Campbell across the timeline now to Williams. Josh Taylor makes his move into the paint. Now back to Campbell, over to Williams. Good ball movement, a three out of the corner, hill of the rim, no good. Taylor another board. He's got a double-double.
Taylor with just a straight over-the-top rebound over smaller guys.
Thor put it on the floor.
Yeah.
And that's what caused the problem.
Right. And his frame too, you know, when you're down there, he doesn't have he's straight up and down. He doesn't have that long lean thing, so they just really snatched it right out of his hands.
Yeah, and that's going to be the next step in his maturation, is just working on his body.
13 in the contest now for J.T. Thor. He just made his first free throw. He's 1 of 3 from the line, the southpaw. It's good. Made them both. Lead back out to 11. So at this point, you need to see if Cardinal Newman has a 7-8-0 run in them. Tyler peels it back out, and they'll set it back up with 11 on the timer. Here comes the screen. It is set now by Wise. 5 on the timer. Here's L.J. White, a long three, high arcing rainbow, no. Thor tipped it to himself. They outlet it now to Campbell. Running in transition. Campbell into the corner to Eskridge. It was deflected, so it didn't get to him cleanly. So Thor pulls it top side. Long three, no good. Rebound is on the floor. Carrington Wise got the board. He's 6'4" and getting maybe some more burn than normal just because of the height.
Yeah, you can really tell what the emphasis was at halftime, though, for Norcross. Don't let Tyler shoot, because they've not given him any space at all. It's really been hard for him to try to create.
He does not have a field goal in this third quarter. There's L.J. White out of the corner. No good. Guess who got on the glass? Christie had it knocked away.
I'll tell you what, Coach Dieter's done a great job of teaching them movement and motion offense. These guys move the ball really, really well. You imagine if they'd been playing maybe with a shot clock all season, they would be dangerous.
The improvement and what it forces you to do. Silas Christie coming in this year with 8.8 rebounds. I think he has 8 boards here in this third quarter.
Right.
Inbound to Christie, nice underneath is blocked by Taylor. That's a recurring theme, obviously. Out of bounds, and it will go to Norcross. So Cardinal Newman trying to win their second in a row. They defeated Whitenall a couple of nights ago, which snapped a 3-game losing streak. Have not won more than 4 in a row, 13-9. Coach Dieter says it's up and down, but hopefully right now, as we move into February, we're piecing it together. Inside, Taylor swings on the rim with a dunk. Adam Akoya with the assist.
And that's the thing they can't defend, is that size down there. Taylor's been killing them in the middle all day.
Spins it to the left now, and here's L.J. White. White, known as a defender, has 5 points in the contest. He got those early in that first quarter. Christie is tired. He caught it on the curl. White puts it up. Couldn't get it to go in. He got his board. He put it up. In. No. Rebound underneath. It's blocked by Adam Akoya. They still fight for it. Martin put it up. No. They're catching up on the glass now all of a sudden. Carrington Wise with a couple of boards there.
Yeah, they're really fighting hard on the defensive glass and the offensive glass.
The effort right now is there. I just looked at Christie.
Yeah, and look, I was expecting it to be Christie that came out of that.
And he looked and saw that he wasn't coming out, and cut. Christie layup good. That's why he's still in the ball game. He's played well in this third quarter.
Well, again, that's coaching too. He's taught these kids to be able to go backdoor. They have some really good. They've had a couple of really good inbound plays.
Christie, another board. He has changed the tenor of this game. Here's Tyler on the drive, left of the lane, put it up, no. One thing, though, Cardinal Newman, they're getting more shots in the paint than you think, but they're not finishing them. Right. So sometimes, that could be mental. Harris, a three. It's no good. Adam Akoya, board and foul as he goes up with 3 and 2/10 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Cardinal fouls on number 4, Jordan Martin.
So Quincy Adam Akoya will go to the free throw line. His first trip to the line today. He has 7 points. The 2 losses for Norcross, if you were wondering, were to Wesleyan, Oregon. Check it. Were to Rancho Christian, California, and the Mater Dei.
And those are 2 powerhouses.
Check it. I'm looking at my wrong notes. Mater Dei and Roselle Catholic were their 2 losses. No good. Adam Akoya split the free throws, and we go to the fourth quarter. It's still a contest. It's still in the balance. Norcross leads 58-46 over Cardinal Newman. Fourth quarter coming up next as you take a look at our SUV TV instant replay. We welcome you back into the House of Blue on the campus of Norcross High School. Joel Hillsman, Dave Dickerson, and Raheem Bridgeforth. As we get ready to start the fourth quarter, Norcross has a 12-point lead. Line score right now for Cardinal Newman, 14-19-13. Line score for Norcross, 21-19-18. So Cardinal Newman defensively dropping Norcross each quarter.
Yeah, I can appreciate the effort that Cardinal Newman is putting in. I mean, they're continuing to fight. They're not backing down. They're a little undersized, but you can't tell with this game.
And they had a big third quarter from Silas Christie. Yak with the block out of bounds. Christie in that third quarter, 9 points and unofficially 7 boards in that third quarter alone.
Right, we'll just throw a couple boards in there just for GP, man, because as hard as that kid was working. Let's get him up to 10.
And that was just in that quarter.
Right.
There's his drive right there on Yak, not there. And it seems like now his confidence has swooned a little bit. It's grown, not swooned. Fade away, blocked by Taylor. Harris, double dribble.
Yeah, you're gonna not be able to get that shot off against JT Thor.
Yeah.
Especially not without a head fake or pump or up and under something.
Inadvertent whistle called on the floor. We're in the perch, our SUV TV perch. Inside the House of Blue, one of the more famous high school gymnasiums. I think if you're a part of college basketball, you've been inside this gymnasium. 58-46. Adam Akoya has it on the right wing. Now to Campbell. Campbell puts it on the floor. Now hesitates. Oh, nice move. Will Campbell scores his first field goal.
Will with a nice half spin.
Could I put that as a Smitty, like the Steve Smith move? It was close.
Very close.
Talking about defensive efforts, we talked about it. Thomas Tyler had 18 points at the half. Had 17 points at the half. He has 19 in the game now, but no made field goals in that third quarter, held to 2 free throws.
Yeah, they've really stepped up the defensive effort on him. You know, I'm telling you, I'm sure that coach told him at halftime, we cannot allow this guy to continue to kill us like he's doing. So they've really stepped it up in that area.
Coach Philip Dieter up and down that sideline. I mentioned this is his 4th year. In his first year, 19 wins. In his second year, 22 wins. In his third year, 25 wins in a state championship. Improvement each year. Cardinal Newman out of Columbia, South Carolina. They're in Class 3A of the SCI-SA, the South Carolina Independent School Association. L.J. White 3 is rattled right on down the milk crate. He has 8 in the contest.
Well, Coach Dieter, has really, taught them about offensive ball movement. I have to say that again. I mean, they move the ball extremely well.
Thor blew an easy layup. Christie tipped it, and now Cooper comes away with it. Do they have a push? Trailing by 11. Cooper on the attack. No. Christie and Harris jump ball. Possession to Norcross. Silas Christie, though, man, let him sit at the front of the bus and let him get a big meal on the ride home. Taking a look at Silas Christie there, number 34.
How about that? He has earned his keep today, that's for sure.
On that possession, I'd like to see Cardinal Newman make the extra pass. He kind of just forced it into the towers there. He had a guy wide open for the 3 and one wide open at mid-range.
Cooper working on Harris. Now to Thor at the top. The Yat. Yat, a 3. Front iron. Rebound comes off. Good board by Manistow. Monsanto got the board. There's Christie. Pump fake. Almost a carry. Kept the dribble alive. Now gives it over to Cooper. Here's White on the drive. Pump fake. Just when you just teardrop floated. Christie stayed with it and scored. Silas Christie.
Yeah, you have to pull up. You're not going to get that. And again, it's about going into contested areas there. Good spin.
Campbell a spin and a beautiful Don drop off to Quincy Akoya for the lay.
Great finish by Akoya.
10 points for Akoya. 3 out of the corner. White, good. He rattled it in. Another 3, L.J. White. And all of a sudden, they've got the bomb squad back going deep. It's an 8-point ball game.
White's trying to take Tyler's place.
Pass is tipped. Almost a steal it was, but then stolen right back by Campbell off of the deflection. Campbell down the lane, kicks it back to Harris, sets his feet, fires away. It's no good. Christie on the board. It's an obvious double-double for Silas Christie. Up ahead, here's Tyler. Into the corner. White was open. Back to Tyler. Akoya closed out on him and used the length. And Coach Dieter calls a timeout. I saw both of you guys pointing because he was open.
He was wide open.
It is a timeout called by Cardinal Newman. As we take a look at our SUV TV instant replay. Oh, excuse me. I see you, Quincy. Go ahead and finish it, Q. Going to Temple, what are your thoughts on that for Quincy Akoya, Dave?
Good place for him. Obviously, Aaron McKee getting the program up and going. Former pro and 76. In fact, was on the staff for a long time there, and sort of the coaching waiting. And so they've got it going. Got a pretty good situation going there. So it'll be great for him. They're graduating 3 or 4 guys, including Alani Moore, one of our guys, former. I guess last place was Friendship Collegiate, but before that, Montrose Christian player, great point guard. Good place for him. Long, lean. They playing at AAC, so it'll be a good move.
The Peachtree Corners Invitational right here on SUV TV. 4:49 to go as we reset it for you. Norcross has a 62-54 lead over Cardinal Newman. Joel Hillsman, Dave Dickerson, Raheem Bridgeforth, and our SUV TV perch. Norcross head coach Jesse McMillan in his 12th season, and he's got 2 state titles, one in 2011 and one in 2013. A runner-up finish a couple of years ago.
Yeah, this is a big possession for Cardinal Newman right here because they can score here, they can get it down to 6 or 5, and they're still in this ball game.
Floater by White, scoring. Nice call, Raheem Bridgeforth.
And you just said that they needed to shoot that floater, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, break out the flotation device. He did, 4:31 remaining.
Coach Dieter brought them out of that timeout actually with a nice set play with a double screen, left-hand side. And maybe not the shot they wanted, but they got the floater out of it, and it went down.
And as Raheem said, it was important coming out of the timeout. I love that. I want you to be able to score every time coming out of the timeout.
Yes, sir.
And they did at a big moment. Look at the score. It's a 6-point game. They trail by 14 at one point. Thor open three, and he was fouled. And Shane Monsanto had his hands to the sky. But I don't think that was the problem. He didn't give him room to land.
Yeah, you don't want to foul somebody that far out.
See, he didn't give him room to land.
Yeah, and that was a bad foul because they had the momentum. Now he gets 3 shots from a very good free throw shooter.
Yep.
Thor hits the first.
Yeah, because he's got a nice touch, nice stroke.
He's 3 of 5 today from the free throw line. 4 of 6, and has one more coming. Substitution, Peyton Cooper will come in, and now Shane Monsanto will come out. A little upset there, and Coach Dieter, let's see if he gives him a good coaching lesson. They got it down to 6, and just like that, it rolled out Christie aboard. Oh, my goodness.
Missed him.
Tyler, though, has been extremely quiet, a 17-point first half. Now only a 2-point second half, no made field goals, and a turnover for Cardinal Newman. Coach Dieter, though, working the sideline, and you've praised him a couple of times, and especially with the ball movement and their offensive sets. When he goes back and watch film, he's going to look at how they operated with the shot clock. He's going to break it out in practice now. They may have just became, no may about it. They have became a better basketball team today.
Yep. Good lefty layup there from Jaden.
Jaden Harris coming over from Stratford Academy a year ago. Lead at 10, 66-56. And they're working deep into the shot clock. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shot block, tip, and it comes off. No violation. And then White tipped it and got the steal. Look at that.
But they have a little bit more sense of urgency here.
White, 3, left wing, rushed it. No, rebound comes off to Harris. Harris up to Adam Akoya, 3 minutes to go in the fourth and final frame. He'll pull a left wing 3 and bottom it out. A 3-ball from Quincy Adam Akoya. Adam Akoya now with 15 in the contest. No, excuse me. 13 in the contest. .240 less than that lead, now back out to 13. Largest lead for Norcross was 16. Down the lane, layup Peyton Cooper, it fell off. Thor got the board, it was taken away by Peyton Cooper. Cooper spinning, pump fake, got him off the floor and got the foul.
Yeah, that's good effort there.
Yeah, you can't fault these guys for their hustle. They have been great. They've stayed at it. A couple times they looked like they were getting ready to be out of this thing, but they have turned around these possessions.
Yeah, in my eyes, man, it's like I don't really see moral victories, but what you can look at is there's something to build with this. You can look, we really competed with a tough Norcross team, and they're shorthanded with some injuries, so the sky's the limit for these guys right now, man.
Well, yeah, and you can even go a little further than that, Raheem, and say, look, this is really prep for what they're going to deal with back at home.
Yep.
There's no excuses for why they can't win everything in South Carolina. If they were in this ball game.
Yeah, they shouldn't see any tougher competition than this.
Yeah, this is right on time as the doctor would order for them heading into the Class 3A SC ISA playoffs. Jab step. Taylor in the paint goes up and a foul. And that one was called on Jack McDonald, a junior who came in, getting him some burn.
Good move by Taylor. He essentially forced that foul. Didn't have a lot in terms of a move there, but he forced him to foul.
Substitution. Charlie Skian has checked back in. He's gotten some spot duty today. Chase Robinson, a 5'8 senior, is also into the contest now for the first time. And there's Adam Akoya, 3, right on down the milk crate. Quincy Adam Akoya. And that may be enough. 15-point lead. Largest, second largest. Yeah, no, that's the largest of the day. With 2:01 remaining. Jordan Martin has checked back into the contest.
Still moving the ball real well, but they need to shoot it.
10 seconds left on the shot clock. McDonald now hands it off to Robinson at the top to Tyler with 3 on the clock. Tyler with 2. Tyler with 1. He had to force it. Did he get the foul call? He did. And that's a poor foul there from Norcross.
Yeah, let him have that.
Yeah, all they had to do is jump straight up. They're so tall, they would have blocked the shot. You see, just
it was going to be a difficult shot for him any kind of way. So.
Yeah, but, to their credit, they've held him without a field goal this half, so they're doing their jobs.
13 players have played for Cardinal Newman, and only 3 of them have entered here in the last 2 minutes. So they went 10 before they even went deeper.
Right.
And that's without Harold Johnson and Josh Beadle. And I think that's something, too. We're talking about how Tyler didn't have any field goals. This is a moment where he'll now have to improve his game to be able to adjust because teams have adjusted to him.
Yeah. Well, the other part of that is this is an adjustment.
Yes.
Because without the other 2 key guys, he's had to impose his will probably maybe a little bit more than he was comfortable with. But again, they go back to South Carolina with their heads held high. They have done a great job today against a top-ranked program.
Yeah, when I see him, play this game, it just kind of makes me want to see him play at full strength. I like to see the whole team as a whole and see what they really have.
72-60. Yeah, it would be interesting because Beadle is their leading scorer, 17 points per game, 4 boards, and has been a part of the program since the 8th grade. So very familiar with how it works. He's just a junior, so time for him to come back and had played every game. This is his first game missed this season.
Yeah, I like to see them at full strength.
And now the Norcross students getting to their chant. They have been somewhat quiet for a normal Norcross student crowd. One more game coming up in the regular season for Norcross after this one. This is their final OSS game. They'll prove with a victory to 5-2 in the out-of-state portion, but they've got rival Meadow Creek before the region tournament. Inbound now to Campbell, to Adam Akoya, to Taylor, to Eskridge. Eskridge will fly in and dunk it home. Kevon Eskridge with the dunk.
Father Newman came out in full pressure and trying to double, and got caught on the back end there. But there they are rebounding again.
Yep, Tyler, there's a 3. That's his first made field goal, not going down without a fight. 74-63.
30-second timeout, Cardinal Newman.
24 in the game. Excuse me, Raheem.
Yeah, you look at the replay. That's a great pass, and Eskridge just came down here and dunked it hard, one hand.
We talk about things that we see in players' growth, and Kevon Eskridge has attacked the rim a lot more this senior season than he has in his previous 3 seasons. As you look at Tyler's 3 ball there, Adam Akoya, long arm of the law, couldn't get it.
Gallon effort, Cardinal Newman, unless something changes. But they're coming out, and they come out of these timeouts with some strategy, and they're going to foul out.
Yeah, they're going to put him on the free throw line.
Yeah.
1-1 coming up now. 4th and final game of the Peachtree Corners Invitational. Campbell defeated St. Anne Placilla in our first game. Langston Hughes took care of Winston-Salem Prep. And then Grayson took care of Ramsey. So this is the third or fourth matchup. And this is the third Georgia versus an out-of-state team. No good on the front end from Campbell, but Taylor another board. He's having a double-double night. And now the foul given by Tyler. And go right back to the free throw line. This time it'll be Quincy Adam Akoya.
Checking in for the Cardinals, number 23, Carrington Wise.
Yeah, if they had had a little bit more urgency maybe early in the fourth quarter, this game would have been a little closer. But I don't fault their effort. I think that they played great. A great performance by this group.
Yeah, it's great coaching also, and just, you know, actually the rotation has been impressive because he's keeping his guys fresh. They're able to come in and play some solid defense and create turnovers.
Adam Akoya makes both free throws. He's 3 of 4 from the line today. Push the lead to 13, under a minute in the fourth and final frame. Deep three, LJ White, no good. Thor lost the rebound. Foul will come down and shoot more free throws. It'll be the 1-and-1. Yeah, you can't say enough about Dieter's coaching and his squad today, and you can see they've been up and down, but as we've talked about it, not to belabor the point, but they've gotten better today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Coach Dieter like to see some of his practices because I think he's he's doing some great work with these guys. You can tell how they perform. It came out kind of flat, but it stayed close.
Thor makes the first. Has one more coming, 51 seconds remaining.
Our first-class rebounder there, Chrissy, had a little finger issue and was just being attended to by the trainer. He earned his keep today.
Sure did. He surely did.
He'd have to kind of end up with close to 20 rebounds, if not more.
Yeah, it was a nice night for him. It's a double-double night for him for sure. Tyler jumper from the foul line is good.
Tyler's got to be closing in on what, about 30?
26.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of quiet the second half, but I mean, a 26-point effort, that's a great game.
Right. And they attended to him. They didn't let what he did in the first half happen to them in the second half.
27 to be exact. Campbell will come back and try and redeem himself from the free throw line. It is the double bonus now, so they are shooting 2. He's 0 of 1 on the day. 0 of 2. Josh Taylor has a double-double night. He has 16 points and 10-plus rebounds. JT Thor, a double-double night. 18 points and 10-plus rebounds for JT Thor. And Taylor and Thor each had multiple blocks. Campbell free throw good. He split them. 1 of 3 on the line. 79-65. A valiant effort again from the Cardinal Newman Cardinals. Rebound underneath, pent to the glass. Taylor just put Carrington Wise's stuff there with 9 and 9/10 seconds remaining. Take a look at our SUV TV instant replay. And I think we will find that Wilson logo on the glass. Yeah, there it is right there. And then there's another block. It has been a block party, but as expected, due to the height advantage.
And it was the Nike logo on the glass. Remember, we're in a.
What did I say? I didn't say
Wilson?
Nike. I said Wilson. Uh-oh. 3 ball on the way, and that will be it. Taylor gets one more rebound. And Norcross has a 79-65 victory over Cardinal Newman. They improve now to 22-2. They complete their out-of-state schedule at 5-2. A valiant effort, though, from Cardinal Newman. 27 points from Thomas Tyler. 10 points from Peyton Cooper. 13 points from L.J. White. And in Silas Christie, man, a yeoman effort. He had 13 points and 10-plus rebounds. And as I mentioned, for J.T. Thor, 12, 14, 18 points and 10-plus boards for him. Josh Taylor also had 18 points as well. Kevon Eskridge, double figures with 10. And a nice night for Quincy Adam Akoya, 5, 7, 8, 10, 13, 16, 18 points for him as well. So 3 players with 18 points for Norcross in their victory. They have one more game remaining in the regular season against Meadow Creek. Final thoughts, fellas?
Great final game here of the 4. Really one that we maybe didn't expect for Cardinal Newman being short a couple key players to have that kind of effort. But I think it was a great game, you know, the Grayson game obviously a great game as well. But this was a good basketball game.
Yeah, I have to second that. I have to second that. I have to say that great basketball game. Actually, a little more competitive than what I thought it would be. So I'm really impressed with that. But just overall, it's been a great day for Georgia, man. You know, I feel like we're constantly putting our teams on the map and showing that, you know, it's going to be hard for you to come from out of state and beat us here. So, you know, I can really appreciate that.
Georgia goes 3-0 in the 3 games here at the 2020 Peachtree Corners Invitational. For Raheem Bridgeforth, Dave Dickerson, and our entire SUV TV crew, I'm Joel Hilsman. We'll see you down the road. The SUVTV.com.